Hi, I'm Chris Shepherd and welcome to Thanet Writers' investigation into drowning. I'll be interviewing Rob today, who almost drowned. Characters dying or almost dying by submersion in water, drowning. They could fall in, hit a rock, pass out. It happens a lot in literature, in stories. So it'll be good for us to get a first-hand account of what it's actually like to drown. Thanks for talking to me today. You almost drowned when you were younger, so tell me how did it happen, or how did it come about?
By accident. I was on holiday in Turkey, in a villa with a group of friends. Must have been 4 or 5 in the pool, throwing a ball about and just generally horsing about. I was sitting on the side, a couple of others sitting around and chatting. Someone said, come and join us. So I got up, went to dive in the pool, and as I took off, I saw something blow across in front of me. I thought it was somebody diving in without realising I was diving. It was in fact an airbed, one of these lilo things, which I didn't know at the time. So effectively I dived into it, but as I saw it, I put my hands up and dived into my hands into the airbed, which then knocked a vertebrae back in my neck, squashed my spinal cord, and took away any movement from my arms and legs. I couldn't move. I remember diving, I remember hitting the airbed, and I found myself underwater. I don't really remember too much other than then trying to swim, and I had no feeling. I couldn't feel arms, couldn't feel legs. I didn't know why they weren't working. I was conscious of being underwater. I didn't know how long I'd been underwater. I was trying to do anything I could. It wasn't deep, but I just couldn't get up. I was thinking how, I didn't know what to do. You hold your breath as long as you can, and then you start thinking, well, maybe if I just take in a little bit of water and swallow it, maybe I can last a bit longer. And all the time, I didn't panic. I remember not panicking, just trying to think there must be a way. You hold your breath as long as you can, you try and think of what on earth you can do. And I was very lucky that there was a chap who'd been sitting, I've been talking to him a few minutes before, had seen it happen and was expecting me to get up out of the water. And I didn't. And he could see my head moving around a bit, but he was wondering why I wasn't trying to swim. So he thought he'd jump in and make sure I was all right, which he did. He lifted me up, and it's the first time my arms were just not moving in front of me. They were bent, my wrists were bent, and I thought, oh, okay, I dived into whatever it was, and I'd broken my arms. So he said, are you okay? I said, oh, I think I've broken my arms. I could talk, but I couldn't move my arms. So he said, okay, let's get you down to the shallow end, or the shallower end. Got me down there, he said, I'll just jump out and pull you up onto the side. So he let go of me and I went underwater again. And it was then we realised that my legs weren't working either. So another couple of chaps jumped in, and the 3 of them managed to get me out and roll me onto the side of the pool. I'd actually knocked this vertebrae in my neck back and squashed the spinal cord. I was lucky. You have enough incidents where people have done exactly that and severed the cord. But apparently the spinal cord's rather like a drinking straw. You can squash it, and if the pressure's taken off, it will gradually relieve itself and come back. And what had happened with mine is the vertebrae had squashed it, but then moved off it slightly, so I got some movement back. What they had to do was they took the vertebrae out. They took a chunk of bone out of my hip, made a vertebra out of it, and put it in my neck. I was in for about 8 days, I think, and then about another 8 weeks, well, I learned how to walk again, and that was it.
So when you actually fell into the water, you lost your feeling in your hands and legs, but was there any sensation you had or feelings about?
Not in my body,
or your face?
I knew I'd hit it. I knew I'd hit the airbend, and I knew I dived into my hands because I remember putting them up. And I think that's why I thought I'd broken them. But I don't know whether I was fully conscious when I went underwater. I'm assuming that I couldn't have been unconscious for any length of time, otherwise I would probably have taken water in. And my thinking was, what I didn't want to do was to start breathing in water. And as I think I said, I didn't panic, but I was running out of ideas. What do I do if I can't move my legs weren't letting me stand up, and I couldn't move my arms to swim, and I was sort of trying to move my head about, but that doesn't do anything underwater. So I think the best recollection is that you've actually got to start breathing, or you're just going to drown. And you don't know how long you're going to be trying before you just can't try any longer. So I could have been a minute, 2 minutes, but at that stage you start to feel, how can I put it? Your chest just becomes tighter and tighter, and I would imagine any longer I would just have had to breathe, well, just had to take water in. I would not have been able to have not. I would have had to just exhale what I had, and the next thing would have been just to have taken water in. But I was very fortunate, as I say, that this chap saw me.
So when you came up, you took that breath of air. What was that like?
One hell of a relief.
So as you can see, there's a lot that happens when there's an event like this, drowning, this water submersion. Actually, there's a lot that goes through someone's head, and there's the aftermath you have to think about. The cause, is it realistic, like what's happening in your story? So I hope this helps, and if you have any other suggestions of what you'd like us to look into, please let us know in the comment section below. Thank you to my guest Bob for allowing me to interview him on the subject. I'm Chris Shepherd, and on behalf of Thanet Writers, thanks for watching.